What is up, guys? Happy Monday. OMG, do I have a watch review for you today. What if I told you you could get a Swiss-made watch designed in Basel, Switzerland? You could add to that the loom of a lighthouse, and then you could get all of that for only $320. You would think I was nuts. Well, all of that is coming up in this episode, so time's a ticking. Let's get stuck in. Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Matt Johnson and I'm your host of my YouTube channel Beer and Watches, where I bring you watch news, watch reviews, and always mix it with a craft beer brew every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. You've reached the motherlode of reviews in microbrand watches and affordable watches. Now, on today's episode, have I got a doozy for you. This watch is out of the stratosphere. I mean, you are not going to want to miss a single second of this episode. For full disclosure, I was sent this watch for review. However, I don't get paid for this review, and as a matter of fact, I have to send the watch back. I've been wearing it non-stop and it is absolutely incredible. The watch I'm reviewing for you today is the Pearl Diver from the Wicked Watch Company.
Something wicked this way comes.
No, it really does, guys. This watch is out of the ballpark. I mean, in everything, the build quality, the price, the loom on this thing is absolutely insane. Now, Pascal, the owner of the Wicked Watch Company, is based in Basel, Switzerland. So this is actually a Swiss design watch. Honest to goodness, the real deal. This watch is about to launch on Kickstarter any day now. I will put the link in the description below this video. Make sure you sign up to be notified the second this watch launches, because trust me, you are going to want to pick this up. I know I do. So before we swing this camera around and give you a close-up review of this watch, I want you to bear a couple of things in mind. The watch that you're going to look at today is a prototype. It's not the final finished version. However, it's about 95% there, and I'll be mentioning all the features that will be changed on the final finished version that will be launched on Kickstarter. Also, this watch is available in two different versions. It's available with a Japanese NH35 movement, or it's available with a Swiss movement as well for just 100 Swiss francs more. And I'm going to tell you right now that the Swiss version of this watch is only $320 US, and the NH35 version of this watch is only $220 US. That is the Kickstarter launch price, and you're going to want to hop on that because it is going to go up in price, and for what you get for that money, it is absolutely, as I say, mind-blowing. Let's swing this camera around and let's get a real good close-up look at the Wicked Watch Company Pearl Diver. First of all, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. My nail is getting better after hitting it on a sideboard whilst playing virtual reality, but it still doesn't look very pretty, so try and ignore that, won't you? Anyway, getting into the review. First of all, when you purchase this dive watch, you are going to get a couple of cases. Now, as I mentioned, there will be some changes that are going to be made to these, to the final production model, and one of the changes is going to be that this watch roll case right here will be a brown leather, the same as this one. Just bear that in mind. Right now I've got it in the black leather here. It also will be slightly larger as well to accommodate the watch and straps a little better inside. This is a very, very soft leather. We've got a buckle on there with the Wicked Watch Company logo. Before we get into the actual watch itself, let's take a look what's in this little toolkit here. Now, some of these may change depending on the final production model, but I've got a couple of things inside. There's a little cylinder, and this has the Wicked Watch logo on the top. We'll just give this a shine, and really glowing very, very nicely. Kind of gives you an idea of what this watch is all about, and that is the loom on this bad boy is absolutely incredible. We've got a couple of watch tools. This one has got a little screwdriver inside there. Now, I believe that this screwdriver tool will be changed to a spring bar removal tool, because right now this has got screwed lugs. However, they will be changing to spring bar lugs which is going to be a lot better on this watch. Got a little brass tube here, which has got a bunch of screws and fitments inside. Also in here, we've got a couple of extra goodies. We've got a Nato strap. This doesn't come with the watch as standard. This will be a stretch goal on Kickstarter, so if it reaches a particular funded goal, then this Nato strap will be included. Very nicely made. Good heavy duty buckle, good heavy duty Nato strap. Again, a stretch goal. What you will get with this watch is a leather strap, which you'll see here today, and also you'll get a fitted rubber strap as well as standard with this watch. A couple of other things in here. We've got a little instruction manual, very clearly laid out. Nice. I love the fact that they include all the components of the movement there, all the specs, warranty. The warranty on this is 24 months, 2 years. And then also what I've got here is a couple of extra dials, which I'll show you in a second. I love the look. I love the worked in kind of creased look of the leather here. It's got the Wicked Watch logo on there. Really, really nicely done indeed. And when you consider that the price point on this is absolutely mind-blowing, it is 199 Swiss francs or 299 Swiss francs for the Swiss model, which comes in at about $220 US or $320 US for the Swiss movement. Now, I should mention that is the original Kickstarter price for the pre-launch. If you don't get it at that price, it will slowly go up on Kickstarter to the retail price. I'm not sure exactly what the retail price is, but it's a lot more. At prices like that, $220 or $320 for the Swiss movement, to get all of this stuff, leather cases, all these extra little bits and pieces, and the watch that's included, is a deal like I have not seen before, quite frankly. Watch roll here, nice soft leather. Again, as I mentioned, this will be a brown leather, not a black. Over here, we've got a little pouch which contains the warranty card, couple of little stickers there. And then here we have the watch itself. Absolutely stunning. What we've got on this one here is one of the dial options. This is the forged carbon dial. It will also come in a few other options. It will come in just a standard black dial. It will also come in this, which is kind of a burnt red out to a black faded dial. We've also got it in this kind of green sunburst as well. You would not be confused for thinking that this looks a bit like a Blancpain 50 Fathoms bezel, the way that it's kind of got that curve to the bezel. It's a little bit of a slimmer bezel. It is a bronze case, so it will change over time. The patina will change. The cog style edge to this bezel is great, and also we've got that cog style edge to the crown as well. It is a domed sapphire crystal. What I like about this is that it is a I believe it's a double domed sapphire crystal with some AR coating, but because that bezel sits a little higher, the dome starts lower in the bezel there. Rather than starting at the top of the bezel and doming above the watch, the dome actually comes up to meet the height of the bezel. These hands are going to be updated with from a better manufacturer. They're really great, but if you get a little close on them, the finish on them is not really up to par with the watch. But again, those are being changed on the production model. We've kind of got a sword style hand here, and here we've got a kind of an arrow style hand, and then the second hand is also an arrow hand as well. We've got a little red tip on the second hand there, nice detail. And then if you look at the back of the second hand, we've got that ship's anchor, and that logo carries on throughout the watch. It is on the crown here. It is also on the tang buckle as well. We've got a date window at the 3 o'clock position. Something here is going to change. This will actually be a black date window with white indices so that it matches in with that black dial there. We've got the hourglass up here at the 12 o'clock position. We've got rounded batten markers at 6 and 9, and then we've got circular markers all the way around the rest of the watch. They've kind of got a vintage cream patina to them, which I just love. It really adds to the kind of the vintage look and styling of this watch. Right here below the 12, it says Wicked, the brand name. Just above the 6 o'clock position, it says Pearl Diver, 660 feet, 200 meters of water resistance, and it's an automatic. The Wicked logo and that text above the 6 o'clock position on the final production model will be in white, so it will stand stand out a lot clearer on that dial than this gold is. So that will look very nice indeed. The bezel has 120 solid clicks. I'm going to bring this up to my microphone so you can hear it. Just listen to these clicks. It really is a fantastic bezel on this. Everything is solid, works well, good solid clicks, easy to grab, easy to turn. Now, I want to just touch on these hour markers for a second. As I said, they are in Swiss Luminova Loom cast. You actually have a solid piece of loom as opposed to a painted on piece of loom. If I bring up one of these dials here and just turn it sideways, hopefully you can see kind of the thickness of those hour markers, and that is solid loom all the way through because it's been cast in 3D rather than the loom being painted on top, and that is what loom cast is. Now, Pascal over at the Wicked Watch Company believes that this is the first microbrand watch with the loom cast technology, and I believe he might be right. Loom cast is found on usually a lot higher price watches than this, but I'll tell you something, I have not seen a watch with loom on it like this one. The loom on this watch is absolutely incredible, and I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. Coming round here to the case, you can see that we've got screwed links. Again, this is another thing that's going to be changed. These will be changed to spring bars in the final production model. Moving around, we've got a solid screw down stainless steel case back. Now, this has got kind of a radial finishing on it with a laser etched design, and this also is changing as well. This is going to be a sandblasted finish with a deeper engraving on there, so it really stands out on the back. And then right here it says XXX 500 2020, and this will be replaced by the serial number of your watch because each dial will be limited to just 500 pieces. And in a moment we're going to take this case back off and take a look at the NH35 movement inside. You'll also be able to get a Swiss STP1-11 movement, which is basically a clone of the EDA 2824. I actually tend to think that the STP1 is actually better finished than the EDA 2824. Moving on to the strap here, this is a black strap. It will actually be brown on the final production model, so more like the case here, which I think will look a lot better actually against that bronze case, kind of add to the vintage finish. But this strap is stamped with the Wicked Watch Company logo. It's also an Italian leather strap. It's thick, it's chunky, it's super soft. Two keepers, one sewn in place, one movable. We've got a good solid sized tang buckle in bronze, again with the Anchor logo. Plenty of room there for wrist sizes, good stitching. All in all, a very nice addition to this watch. We've got a screw down crown. Again, you can see we've got the Anchor logo on there. We have got crown guards. Now, these crown guards are quite unusual because it's molded as one piece rather than being on either side of the crown, and that crown kind of sits recessed into that molded crown guard. The crown on this is absolutely stunning. I cannot speak highly enough. This is easy to grab. It turns beautifully. Got a good solid feel about it. Once you get to the point, it pops out nice and easy. The wind action on this is really nice. One pop out and that will change the date. The date clicks in beautifully. Pop out again. That changes the hands. Absolutely no play there. Really solid, really responsive. Push back in and turn. Very, very easy to do. Good solid action on that screw down crown. Absolutely fantastic. I just cannot believe that Pascal at the Wicked Watch Company is able to offer this watch at the price that he is, because this is an absolutely premium product. Well, how about we bring in my trusty calipers here and we do a couple of measurements. First of all, the case on this comes in at 40 millimeters. We've got a case thickness of 14.2 millimeters. We've got a lug width of 22 millimeters. So you've got a 22 millimeter band tapering down to a 19 millimeter band at the bottom. And the lug to lug on this, it comes in at about 46 millimeters on the lug to lug. Now, also what I want to do very quickly is we'll just pop the strap back together, because one of my subscribers mentioned that it's very rare that watch reviewers actually weigh the watches, and he mentioned that it would be nice to know the weight of these watches so you know how heavy it's going to be on wrist. So I got a little micro weighing scale here. We're going to turn that on, and we're just going to take a quick look at the weight measurement on this. First of all, we'll measure it in grams. So we have got about 400 grams on the nose, and then if we turn it to ounces, we've got 14.10 ounces. So 14.10 ounces or 400 grams. As for the loom on this bad boy, well, let's take a look. First of all, the bezel is loomed, the hour markers are loomed, the end of the second hand is loomed, the hour and minute hands are loomed, and also the crown is loomed, and the buckle is loomed as well. I'm just going to turn off my ring light here. I will also take this in the dark room as well to give you a full loom shot, but I just want to show you what the loom is like in the daylight. Now, bearing in mind that I've got daylight streaming through the windows here, the ring light's off, but this is going to give you a good idea of just how bright the loom is in the daylight. I mean, the loom on this thing is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at this. This is in daylight, guys. Not only there, but also on the crown as well. There's the loom on the crown. You can see it's still bright. It's not fading. Also down here on the tang buckle, I mean, Pascal is a loom junkie, so he has loomed this watch to the nines. We've got loom on the anchor there. I can take this outside just in daylight, 20-30 minutes easily, and it will be charged. You take it in a dark area and it's supercharged. I have never found a time where I've taken this in a dark room and I can't see the loom on this watch. It is absolutely fantastic, and that loom just keeps going through the night as well. I charged it up before I went to bed, all the way through the night to the next morning. The loom never ever ran out, and that's down to that that fantastic technology, that loom cast, rather than painting the loom on, the indices and everything actually being cast with the loom internally inside. Very quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this in the dark room and give you a full in the dark loom shot of this watch, and get ready because it is going to blow your mind. All right, guys, and here it is in the dark room. What you're looking at there is the tang buckle. As we go around, get ready because it's going to light up like a flashlight. Look at this thing. Look at the crown there on the side, which is fully loomed. Absolutely mind-blowing. And the thing about this loom is it doesn't disappear. It just keeps going through the night. It really is next level. All right, my watch channel would not be beer and watches without the beer, and today I've got kind of a weird one. This is the Vow of Silence from the Parallel 49 Brewing Company right here in Vancouver, BC. Now, if you want to check these guys out, they're all over social media. You can also go to their website, which is right here, parallel49brewing.com. I'll also put that link in the description below this video. Very, very cool can design on this. It's got this zombie kind of monk on there. I love Parallel 49's artwork. This one is a hefty 9.8% alcohol volume. So it's an extra strong beer, and it comes in this 473 milliliter can. Let's crack it and stack it. Ooh, that's not as dark as I expected, actually. I thought it'd be a lot darker for 9.8%. Not too much carbonation. Let's give it a try. Cheers, guys. It's not really strong. It's not like a stout or a bitter ale or something like that. It's mellow, it's smooth, but it's got kind of that alcohol-y kick in the back of the throat, that liquor kind of kick, because after all, it is almost a 10% alcohol volume. Let's get back to the watch and let's get the back off it and take a look inside. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the beer break there. I've got my beer here ready to go, and I've taken the liberty of putting the watch into my watch clamp. I've got my case back removal tool here, and we're just going to take the case back off and take a look at the movement inside. Now, we know it's an NH35, and you've all seen NH35 movements before. You all love it when I take the case backs off and take a look inside, because you get to see the fit and finish of how that movement is actually applied into the watch, and I think that's super important. As I've said before, you know, it really gives you an idea of the overall manufacturing quality of the watch when you take a look at the inside, which is very rarely seen. There it is, There's the NH35 inside, and I think they've done a great job with the fit and finish in there. Everything looks clean, everything looks tidy, everything's ticking away, no problems. We'll get my little spyglass tool here so that you can get a little close-up of what's going on. There you go, NH35 movement, 24 joules. And you can see the balance wheel ticking away there. I would be remiss if I didn't do the obligatory wrist roll with this watch. So there it is on wrist. I think it's an absolutely stunning dive watch, and as I say, really worth picking up at the Kickstarter launch price. Absolutely mind-blowing how Pascal is able to get all that quality fit and finish for that price. As I mentioned, you really want to hop on these guys if you want to get this for this Kickstarter launch price, because it is going to sell out super quickly, and then you'll be paying full price for the watch. I'm going to have to take this off and ship this bad boy back. It's going to be a sad day. If you are not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and subscribe. If you love watches, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button over there to the bottom right of the screen or below this video if you're on your mobile device. Also, make sure you hit the bell notification. Very important, so you don't miss a single video. Finally, please do leave me a thumbs up. It means the absolute world to me, guys. And let me know what you think of the Wicked Watch Company Pearl Diver. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you again on Wednesday. And by the way, if you love this review, then you'll love that one too. Check it out right there. And also click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care. I'm Matt Johnson, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.